Let me introduce you to my 2006 Land Rover HSE LR3. I'm planning on taking this beast to Alaska next year, and I'm looking for help from the community to what I can expect to see, what I should probably do to an old Land Rover. So I'm kind of counting on Land Rover people, and I'm counting on overlanding people and people who've done the trip before to kind of help me out in my journey. I first have to get this thing ready to go. I did say it has 193,000 miles on it. So with that many miles, there are things that need to be done. There are a few things I've already done, like I've already done the air conditioner compressor, I've done a lot of suspension work, but I think I still need to replace all the air suspension components. I believe they're still original. I live here in California, so it's not too corroded under this vehicle, hardly at all. So I think I can get away with not doing as much as, say, if this car lived its life on the East Coast. So anyway, I'm hoping you'll follow along, and let's do a walk around tour of the car, and I'll show you what this car came with and why I have so many Land Rovers. I have 3. My son's got one. I've got a Range Rover TD6 and 2016, and I'm not taking that one to Alaska. I'm afraid something might happen to it. I really kind of like that car. So anyway, I think this one is a little more up for the challenge. So I'm going to do a little camping. I'm going to do a little hoteling. I think I'm going to con my sister into coming with me and take about 10 days to go from San Luis Obispo, California to Anchorage, Alaska. Get to Seattle in about 2 days, and then probably hopefully take about 10 days to make it to Anchorage. I'm in no big hurry. I don't want to blast through. I've been helping with these motorcycle tours in Anchorage, and the one thing about the motorcycle tours is, boy, guys like to ride fast, and it's more about the riding than the scenery. The scenery, I think, is secondary. Being a professional photographer for 32 years, I kind of want to slow down. I want to take some pictures, and I hope to see some wildlife and have a good time. So anyway, let's do a walk around. So I got this car about 1.5 years ago. I was looking for an LR3 for my son to go to Alaska. Sorry, not Alaska. He was moving to Montana. I'm going to Alaska. So he had a Subaru, and his Subaru wasn't going to hold his dirt bike and everything he wanted to do, and I wanted a little more metal around him. So we settled on a Land Rover LR3. So this one wasn't my first choice. My first choice, I found one in Sacramento. It had a check engine light, it had bad catalytic converters, but I knew he was gonna be taking it to Montana, and they don't do smog, and otherwise it ran pretty good. But this one showed up too, and I ended up buying this one because the one in Sacramento, the guy wasn't really interested in my offer. But so I bought this one. After I bought this one, the one in Sacramento came back around, and he realized he was gonna have a problem selling that because he couldn't get it to smog in California. So I ended up with 2. So after I ended up with 2, I kind of let my son pick the one he wanted, and this one had all the goodies on it. It had the winch, it had the lights, it had the rack, it had everything. But this thing's heavy. This thing's really heavy, and the gas mileage wasn't quite as good, and he liked the 7-seater, and lo and behold, this one ended up having a few more issues, especially at 191,000 miles, and it just needed more work. And I felt better him taking the 07, and I'll throw some pictures in of the 07 in his car, and I got a cute picture of him freaking leaving in his car the day a year ago, last July, on end of July 2021. So anyway, I have a 2016 Range Rover TD6 that I really like a lot, and I don't think that one's quite the vehicle for the journey. So we're gonna get this one ready to go. Anyway, so let's finish the walk around. Here's the Land Rover, and this thing's actually pretty kind of cool. So it came with an ARB front bumper. It also came with the ARB lights, and it also came with a Warren winch. And you can see, I guess these lights are pretty expensive. They're I think they're like almost $1,800. I added the high lift jack to it, and under here you can see there's the Warren winch. As you go down the side, it already had the rock sliders on it. It had the roof rack. I added the awning, and then it also came with 3 5-gallon gas cans, a swing out bumper, and a tire rack, the spare tire mount. Let's go ahead and open this up. Open this up. Big old beefy handles here. It also came with this drawer system. This is pretty cool. It's got a really nice big drawer slide, 3 compartments. I don't have much in there. It also has another one over here as well. And then it also has a 2,000 watt inverter in here, and that's what is right there. So I got 2 plugs. It came with USB, and it came with a regular power port, and it still kept, we were still able to keep the storage bins up here, the storage bin on this side, and then what's kind of fun, so in here, as we can look, I love these LR3s because these seats fold down really nice, and if you pull on this string right here, it even drops down even further, and it'll do that. Well, maybe it doesn't lock in, but it does that all the way across, gives you a nice flat surface. And I added a fire extinguisher, and then this is where you turn on the inverter right there, that little button there. I've got 2 more USBs and another power source there. This is where I keep my, that's where I keep the recovery kit. I've got jumper cables, and I've got my hose, because this thing actually has an onboard air compressor as well. Okay, so here's under the hood, and if you look right here, it actually has a nice onboard air compressor for airing down your tires. And if we look under here, it already came with a dual battery setup. There's battery here, and there's a battery back over there. And then it also came with the Luna system to help power switch the 2 batteries. So when you run all your accessories and you run the inverter off of this battery, your main battery isn't affected. So let's cover that back up. What else can I tell you? Well, that's pretty much about it. On the inside here, one of the first things I plan on doing, I plan on updating this stereo. This stereo, it's not bad, but unfortunately, it's 10 years old and technology has changed. It won't even pick up my phone most of the time for a phone call. It'll pick it up for music and stuff, but it turns on really slow. I'm not a big fan of little buttons. I want a knob, so I got this pretty cool stereo that I'm going to put in. That's going to be one of the first things I do. Leave a comment, see if you'd like to see a video of me trying to put the stereo in, because it's a 10-inch screen. So my plan is to take this here, which is your the old navigation that doesn't work anymore, but it has the 4x4 info. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to try to move that down here. And then I'm going to have the tablet. It's a 10-inch tablet-based stereo that's going to sit up here. So who knows? Maybe maybe that'll work. Maybe it won't. Hopefully it works because I've already bought the stereo. And it's got a pretty cool roof rack system on it. I'm not 100% sure why I need that bar going across there, because long items can't slide down inside here. And also these little tubes right here, I need one more of these. It was missing, and this slides out on a hook, and then you can hang a hammock off the side. I think that'd be kind of fun. So anyway, and oh yeah, and I've got the little wire there. It has solar, and there's a little Goal Zero solar pack underneath the hood, hooked up to the main car battery. So other than that, it already has a rod lift kit on it. We are running Goodyear Wranglers on here, the Duratrax, and they are a 265 65 R18. So I don't plan on changing out the wheels or the tires. The tires are, you see the tires are in pretty good shape. They should last a long time. So anyway, if you can think of anything else you'd like to see on the car, or you think I should do, let me know. I'll probably go down the list of what was spent on this car. I got receipts for this car. Oh, look at that. Found a socket right there. I have receipts for this car for about $24,000 worth of add-ons. Now $7,500 of that was for that stereo, and I just, I don't plan on spending that kind of money on a stereo. So, and it's old, but I think to replace this bumper and the lights and everything would still be pretty significantly expensive. So anyway, I hope to see some more, and just like I said, leave comments, because I'd really like to hear what people think and what people think I should be doing to this car to get it ready.